Good morning, everyone. It's Tasha here with Tasha Talks to Teens. And I wanted to start by offering a story from my own life around a place of struggle and triumph. And I would ask, as I share this story with you, that you let the story not only just hit your ears, but let it hit your heart, and just notice what you notice in your body without judgment. Don't push it away. Just let yourself feel whatever's there. And there may be a common thread that connects us. We're humans and we're hardwired for struggle, and we're also hardwired for healing. And so this is an offering to the people that check in each day and find that this is a space where they can be creative and find hope and a little bit of a reset on a time that's pretty weird. And so I would just let whatever came up for you come up, and just notice without words if part of my story you think you kind of got. That's your intuition kicking in, and that's how we hear each other through our hearts, which is a beautiful way of connecting not only with nature, but also with the human beings and the animals that we share this world with. We are at a time where it would be understandable to have more stress and anxiety. And what a brain does when it's under stress is it can gets really hypervigilant, kind of worried about things. And it can also kind of collapse inwards. And both of those places are coming from a place of fear, but it makes our ability to be creative and our ability to problem solve almost not accessible to us. And right now, if there's a space for you to dip into your creativity, when we think of creativity, it's right brain processes. That's where we regulate emotions and can extinguish fear. That's where we have intuition and our ability to come up with creative solutions to problems and to see the whole picture instead of focusing in on what we don't have or what might happen. And so this is a directive that dips into your creative spirit. So as a contrast to the fear and the collecting toilet paper or real worries jumping towards the future around what might happen, the invitation is to sink into this moment and to wake up that creative self. And I hope that you find some time today there's going to be two levels to this exercise. You may find some time today to have your symbol of a strength that you have, and take some time to write and reflect. Reflect on a time in your life where you did have a struggle. It might have been a struggle with a bully at school. It may have been a struggle within your home. It might have been a struggle even with yourself. And what it was like being in that space, and what were the things that you started to do or remind yourself of, or that the world offered you, that got you through it. And we want to celebrate and write about that too. So it's not a struggle that I'm still in right now, but find something. We all have these spaces in our life where you struggled with something and then you came out the other side. When we are in a place of uncertainty, when we're in a place where there's some unknown, more than ever, we need to look inward and find the light within us and our resources to build ourselves up, to help us realize how capable we are, and to ignite that resilience that is within all people. So it's a writing directive. And if you are feeling extra creative and know that this is a fun personal process to go through, if you can allow someone to witness your struggle, even if it's without words, there is such power in knowing that you're not alone. And so I would invite people to make their own little finger play. So if we imagine that this is sort of the surface of our stage, use your hands to grow, use your hands. You might, where you look with your finger kind of creates a line, if you wanted to do mountains or something like that, and create your own story of adversity, and then how you came through it. And if you are open to it, you don't have to have your face in it at all if you don't want to. It would be amazing. And this is the challenge. If people would film a short resiliency skit and then send it to me, and I will put them together with beautiful music by Margaret Dahlberg. She's a composer and a musician in Calgary. Her music is stunningly beautiful and very much created to touch the heart. And it would be so neat to come up with words of inspiration to be able to share with other people. I can let you know a little bit about the story that I told you at the beginning of today. And I'm someone that my life was heavily impacted by mental illness, and not that I struggled with it personally, although I was heavily impacted by it, but my childhood had at times shadows of my brother who has schizophrenia, and as his mental illness just became more prevalent and known, it was a grief for my family, and really set a kind of a dark cloud over much of our family interactions, and for years and years, lots of struggles with whether he would stay alive and how he would cope. And even to this day, it's still a grief that I find quite hard to talk about. And also I see it as a place of, when we get to a place of acceptance, of just letting go of wishing something was different, the world is there to support us. And very much so, the struggles in my own life help inform me in how I can take care of and care for other people and hold the space with great empathy, because I know that it's really hard to be in a family where someone's struggling, whether it's cognitive disability or someone's physically sick or a mental illness. It not only affects the individual that struggles with that, it affects the whole family system, kind of like a mobile. So this part of my story is around knowing that you're never alone, and also knowing that there's always someone there to catch you, whether it's someone that you can feel and touch in the moment, or you may be someone that believes God is there to watch over you, or animals in nature, whatever that spiritual belief is, or science belief is okay. But I think this piece is really important for all of us to know right now, that we need to have something that holds some solid ground for us, because we are going to get through this, but we're going to get through it by remembering how strong we are. And if you have days where you crumble and you need to be in bed and cry about what's happening and some of the unknowns, that's human. So and here's me even talking about stuff in my family and finding tears coming out of my eyes. Know that there's a real relief and release that happens when we let tears fall out of our eyes. It actually, tears that are sad are quite salty. You might have noticed this before. If you're laughing your head off and you're crying laughing, those tears are not salty tears, but we actually release cortisol, stress hormone, as we cry. So if you are ever someone that's like, I can't cry, I need to be stoic, I think more than ever, this is a space where we want to do things each day that help let some of that stress out of our body, even though we might not be super aware that we have it. You have to know that the changes that have happened to everyone's life, change causes some stress in the system. And so don't be ashamed to cry, but please offer a story of your own strength, because there might be someone that needs to see it, because he or she or they are having trouble accessing their own strength right now. And so we want to offer it to others. And so as we head into soon to be weekend, I will meet you here tomorrow for another Facebook Live. And I see that lots of people are watching, which is lovely. And know that tomorrow will be the last Facebook Live that I'm going to be doing each day. I'm going to take the weekend off because I need to recharge my battery, and I'll be back hosting Tasha Talks to Teens from Monday to Friday. That's me setting a boundary to take care of myself. Until next time, remember to breathe and be well.